Good morning to all. We discuss about our last class, our government. Our government. Three organs of our government. First one, legislature. Second one, executive. And third one, judiciary. It's the main functions, main organs of our government. Okay. Then today we discuss about government of India. Today we discuss about government of India. Government of Indian government. Government of India. Government of India divided by three parts. Listen, three parts: legislature, executive and judiciary. Government of India divided by three parts. First one, legislature. Second one, executive. And third one, judiciary. Listen careful. Government of India divided by three parts. First one, legislature. Second one, executive. Then third one, judiciary. Legislature included President, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Legislature included President, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. This is the legislature part. Okay. Then the legislature in India is known as Indian Parliament. Indian Parliament. Legislature is known as Indian Parliament. Indian Parliament included President, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay, listen. Okay, clear? President, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Nowadays, who is the president in India? Okay, please. Ramnath Kovind. Okay, familiar. Then, who is the president, vice president in India? Nowadays, vice president. Okay, find out. Then, legislature is known as Indian Parliament. It consists of President, the two houses, namely Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Two important houses, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, is known as Indian Parliament. Indian Parliament. Then the Rajya Sabha is upper part of the upper house. The Rajya Sabha is known as upper house. Rajya Sabha is known as upper house. Then Lok Sabha is known as lower house. Then two types of house, upper house and a lower house. upper house. Upper house, Rajya Sabha. Upper house means Rajya Sabha. Then lower house means Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha. Okay, listen. Indian Parliament consists as President, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay, clear? Then, who is the President in India nowadays? Okay, Ramnath Kovind. Then, upper house of Parliament, Rajya Sabha, and lower house of Parliament in Lok Sabha. Okay, clear? Two houses, namely Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Then, next, Rajya Sabha. Then, Rajya Sabha, upper house of Parliament. Rajya Sabha, upper house of Parliament. Upper house of Parliament, Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha, total members of 250 members. Total members of Rajya Sabha 250. Okay. Then 238 elected members. Elected members. Total number of 250. Then 238 elected members. Then 12 members nominated members. Nominated members. Total members 250, 235 elected members, then 12 members nominated members. Okay, clear? Then Lok Sabha is known as Council of States. Is known as Council of States. Lok Sabha is known as Council of States. Then Lok Sabha permanent house. Lok Sabha is permanent house, not a temporary. Permanent house. Then Vice President preside all over the session. The Vice President presides over the session. Over the session preside Vice President. Okay, clear? Lok Sabha upper part of Parliament, Lok Sabha. Total members of Lok Sabha 250 members. Then 238 elected members. Then 12 members nominated members. Who nominate? President nominated members. 12 President nominated members. Then is known as Council of State. Rajya Sabha is known as Council of States, and Rajya Sabha is a permanent house. Then Vice President presides over the session. All over the session. Okay. Then next Lok Sabha. Two houses of our parliament. First one Rajya Sabha, then second one Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha. Total members of Lok Sabha 550 members. Then nowadays 545 members. Nowadays Lok Sabha members 545 members. Okay. Then 543 directly elected members. 543 members directly elected members. Then 2 members nominated members by President. Nominated members. Total members of nowadays Lok Sabha, total members of 545. Maximum numbers 550. Then nowadays 545, 543 directly elected members. Then 2 members nominated members by President. Okay. Lok Sabha is known as representative, is known as House of Representative. Lok Sabha is known as House of Representative, lower part of the parliament, then elected for a term of 5 years. Rajya Sabha not a elected time, not a particular time. Rajya Sabha permanent house. Then Lok Sabha particular year, 5 years, elected for a term for 5 years. 5 years. Okay. Then preside over by Lok Sabha speaker. Presided over by Lok Sabha speaker. Okay. Who is the nowadays Lok Sabha speaker? Who is the nowadays Vice President? Then find out and write down the notebook. Okay, clear? Indian Parliament included President and Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. President, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. President, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha total members of 238 elected members, then 12 members nominated members, then permanent permanent house, then Vice President presided over the session. Then Lok Sabha lower part of the parliament, then total members of nowadays 545, then 543 elected members, then 2 nominated members by President, then elected for a term for 5 years, duration of 5 years, then presided over the speaker, Lok Sabha speaker in all session. Okay. Then another main functions of parliament. But first function, main functions of parliament, first function, making of laws. Making of laws is the primary functions of parliament. Okay. To make a law, then approve the both houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Both houses parliament is required. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha assembled spending the legislature. Okay. You heard, you know, heard the, what is bill? What is the word of bill? The parliament word bill. Word of bill. Okay. Bill is a law in draft form is known as bill. A law in draft form is known as bill. Okay, clear? An ordinary bill can be introduced in either houses of the parliament. Ordinary bill can be introduced in either house of the parliament. Consider the bill first is called first bill side. Then considered the bill first is called first bill side. Then second is called second bill. Okay, look at the textbook, page number 60 or 61. First, look at the textbook. First, bill. What is bill? Bill is a law in draft form is known as bill. A law in draft form is known as bill. Bill, first house. First house either Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, either house. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Then first house, first reading, second reading, third reading. Then next, second house, first reading, second reading and third reading, approval of the president. Okay. The house which consists the bill first is called first house and the house which is considered is next is called second house. That means first house which considered the bill first. First house, the considered the bill first is called first bill. Then either Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay. First bill, then first bill, first house, first reading. First reading means first reading. First reading means the bill is introduced session. First reading means bill is introduced session. Introduced session is bill. First reading, bill is introduced session. First reading. First reading means in bill is introduced. Bill is introduced. Then second reading, each and every article included the bill. Listen, each and every article included the bill is either passed. This is the second reading. Then second reading, changed or rejected after discussion. Listen, each and every articles included the bill is either passed and changed or rejected after discussion. Then third reading, the bill has all is passed or rejected. All is passed or rejected. This is the three session. First reading, second reading, third reading. Okay, first reading, bill is introduced. Then second reading, each and every articles included the bill either passed or rejected. Then third reading, the bill as a whole is passed or rejected. Then second house, to same process. First reading, second reading, third reading. Then last, approval of president. This is the term of bill passing. Okay. Then next, money bill. You heard money bill. Money bill. You heard money bill. Okay. Money bill means any bill related to the collection of revenue or expenditure from the considered fund can be termed as money bill. Okay. Listen. What is money bill? Money bill, any bill related to the collection of revenue. Remember, revenue or expenditure. Revenue and expenditure from the consolidated. Listen, consolidated fund can be termed as money bill. Okay, the money bill can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha. Money bill first introduced in the Lok Sabha. The money bill can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha. Listen, underline the point. Only Lok Sabha. Then Lok Sabha passed. It is the sent to the Rajya Sabha. Money bill first Lok Sabha, then Lok Sabha passed Rajya Sabha. Money bill first introduced the Lok Sabha and Lok Sabha passed Rajya Sabha. Okay. Then another functions of parliament. Control over the executive, election and constitutional amendment. These are the another functions of parliament. First one, control over the executive. Then page number 63. Look at the page number 63. Other functions of parliament. The first one, control over the executive, then electoral functions, then constitutional amendment. Control over the executive, asking questions, deliberated various bill and resolutions, passing or rejected or non-confidential motions. These are the control over the executive session. Then another functions, electoral functions. Then next function, constitutional amendment. These are the main functions of parliament. Okay, we discussed the today's class. Our government, 3 organs of government: executive, judiciary and legislature. Okay, then legislature can be making of laws, main functions of making of laws, and legislature Indian Parliament, Government of India legislature included President, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Main functions of Parliament. First function, making of laws in the primary functions of Parliament, making of laws. Then to make a laws, approval of the two Sabhas, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha assembled separating for legislation. Then bill, two types of bill. First ordinary bill, then second money bill. Bill. What is meant by bill? Bill is draft form of a law in draft form of known as bill. A law in draft form is known as bill. An ordinary bill can be introduced in either house, first Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. Then consider the bill. First is called first bill, second is called second bill. Then next money bill. Money bill, any bill related to the collection of revenue or expenditure from the consolidated fund can be termed as money bill. Money bill can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha and the Lok Sabha passed in the Rajya Sabha. Then Rajya Sabha passed President. Then other functions of Parliament. Then three other functions: control over the executive, electoral functions and a constitutional amendment. Okay. Then take your notebook. Write down some important questions. Question number 1. The government consists of three organs. Which are they? Three organs, which are they? Then question number 2. Compare Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Compare Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Then third question. A bill passed through the different stages before it became a law. Explain the legislature producer in India. Legislature produced in India. Okay. Then today we discuss the next part, state legislature. State legislature. State legislature. In India, there are how many states? Okay, how many states in India nowadays? How many states? Okay, listen. How many states? 29 or 28? Okay, 28 states. How many states in India nowadays? 28 states. In India, there are state legislature in all the states. In all the states, they makes laws on subjects that come under the state government. Under the state government. In majority of the state, the state legislature has only one house. Majority of the states has only one house. Listen, only one house, and majority states in only one house. Next part, state government. Okay, how many states in India nowadays? 28 states. Okay, clear. Then in India there are state legislature in all the states, 28 states. Okay, they make laws on subject the come under the state government, In majority of the state legislature has only one state, Such legislatures are called unicameral legislature. Unicameral legislature. The state legislature has only one house is called unicameral legislature. A few states and other hand have a bicameral legislature. Find out them. Okay. Then two types of legislature in state legislature, unicameral legislature and bicameral legislature. Bicameral legislature. Two types of legislature in Kerala or in our states, our India. Okay, two types of legislature, unicameral legislature and bicameral legislature. Unicameral legislature, the state legislature has only one house, and only one house is called unicameral legislature. Then more than one house is called bicameral legislatures. Okay. Then find out the difference unicameral and bicameral legislature. Unicameral is only one house. Then bicameral is means two houses called bicameral legislature. Okay. Then next executive. Next part, executive. Okay, listen. Today we discuss our government, three organs of government: legislature, executive and judiciary. Main functions of parliament. Parliament included President, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Then next part, Lok Sabha, total members of Lok Sabha, total members of Rajya Sabha, elected members of Lok Sabha, elected members of Rajya Sabha, presided over the all sessions, Lok Sabha sessions and Rajya Sabha sessions. Okay. Then another functions of parliament. Then last, state legislature. State legislature can be divided two types of legislature. First, the state legislature has only one house is called unicameral legislature. Then more than a few states and another hand have a bicameral legislature. Bicameral means more than one or two. Okay. Then next part, executive. Next part, executive. Look at the textbook. Then read the newspaper headlines. Newspaper headlines. These are the main functions. First one, central government made Aadhaar card compulsory for LPG subsidiary? First, newspaper headlines. Then second one, central approval for exporting votes. Then implementation of food security bills get delayed. Then Adarsh Gram projected to set off this year. These are the main newspaper headlines. Haven't you read the newspaper headlines, and all of them are related to day-to-day administration of our country. Okay, listen, day-to-day administration of our country. Who takes such decisions and implement them? Such decisions or implement them? Then organ of the government which implemented the laws, and administrators the country is called executive. Okay, the organ of the government which implement the law and administrators our country is called executive. Okay, clear? This mean by executive. Executive means the organ of the government which implement law and administrators the country is called executive. Okay, we discussed the last part, executive. Okay, clear? Then today I am going to sum up the class. We see the next class. Okay, thank you.